Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and there is a massive update coming to No Man's Sky, but it is not out yet. So, if you don't know, they do what is called an experimental branch of No Man's Sky. This is basically like the beta test version of No Man's Sky, where they test all the patches, or a lot of them, before they make them public in all the versions of No Man's Sky. So, you can opt into that. You can always go, if you're playing on PC on Steam, this is the only place to get it. Go over there, and here are the instructions on the screen right now. You can always go to the update page on Steam as well, and they'll let you know that as well. But remember, going in there, always make a backup. You never know when the experimental is gonna bust your game or break a save or corrupt a save. So always make a backup of your saves before you do that. Anyway, let's get into the details of this big patch. Like, look at this. This is an insanely large patch that's coming to all consoles eventually. It's going to come to Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, but right now it's being tested. So let's jump into some of the big notes that I saw. So, fixed an issue that caused misleading mission text when locating storm crystals for an expedition. AKA, the target sweeper is... and it will always be crap. So the target sweeper was basically telling you where storm crystals were not, and they fixed that. So there you go. So there you are. They fixed that, as well as a lot of the details about the stellar multitudes. Fixed a rare mission blocker in stellar multitudes. Fixed a number of rare mission blockers that could cause players to have the wrong crafting recipes during stellar multitudes. There's a lot of them. They are fixing a lot of the purple system missions. So if you don't know what Stellar Multitudes is, it is the mission set that allows you to go to purple systems. You can always look that up, but basically this allows you to go to purple systems. They're fixing a lot of problems with that mission set. Then we have reloading a save made inside an exocraft will no longer place you outside of it. That was an issue. If you would save inside of any exocraft, if you reloaded that save, you're instantly outside of it. And that's kind of a pain when you're underwater and you're dying. So you don't want to do that. They have fixed that, as well as a lot of other exocraft optimizations. You know, fixed an issue that prevented hotkeys that were set for the Minotaur AI from saving correctly. A lot of exocraft fixes in this patch as well. And then we have made a number of improvements to buoyancy and control when piloting the Nautilon Submarine on the surface of the water. This is kind of lumped in with the exocraft, but there's a lot of... They overhauled water with Worlds Part 2, and they gave us water planets. They overhauled the biomes. But with that, they brought a lot of bugs in for the Nautilon Submarine, and also just the water itself kind of got buggy. So they've been fixing that. There's a lot of different changes, kind of optimizing the sub now, so that is awesome. They're fixing all of those. We have fixed an issue that caused expanded tech or cargo inventories not to reset properly when switching the inventory pages. I ran into this one. So essentially, if you expanded out your inventory to look at it, and then you switched pages, it would freak out. The inventory would just like totally glitch out. They have fixed that now, so that's awesome. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Localized weather anomalies are now tracked on your analysis visor. So we now, with Worlds Part 2, have local storms, not just the whole planet. Sometimes you'll just get a radiation like tornado that's just in one little spot, and that's it. Now you can track that with your visor, which is pretty awesome. That way you don't like go flying or running into it or driving into it with an exocraft. It's pretty epic. I like that. Then we have crabs can now be adopted as player companions. So this has been a bug for about 2 weeks now. You could always adopt them, but it would glitch out in your inventory. Like if you tried to use your pet, like pull your pet out and like ride it or feed it or whatever, the crabs would not actually come out. So they hopefully have fixed this. Let me know down in the comments. Test it out. If you have a hermit crab, if you adopted a hermit crab, does it actually work now, or do they still need to fix it? I think they are slowly fixing this. This might not be a total fix, because it says crabs can now be adopted. we can always adopt them before, but now I think it's just letting the game know, yeah, you're allowed to do that. It's not a weird glitch. You're allowed to do that. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Fixed a minor visual glitch with some specific barren trees. There is a lot of visual glitches that they're fixing. I don't know about you guys, but whenever like I fly down to a planet in my starship, all of a sudden you get a lot of weird like buggy glitches of like trees popping in or not popping in, or they're very low res. They look like they're 1 pixel. That's a big smear. And then all of a sudden they just snap into place and like, oh, there it is. Boom. They are fixing a lot of visual glitches in the game, optimizing the memory, making sure it's actually doing what it's supposed to do, which is awesome. And then finally, fixed a crash that occurs while playing the PlayStation 4 version of No Man's Sky on a PlayStation 5. So, I don't know why you're doing this. The PlayStation 5 version is a little bit better, but if you're using the older version and you're playing on a PlayStation 5 because like your save didn't transfer over or another like reason like that, it should not crash or have less crashes than it was having before, because the Worlds Part 2 update kind of broke a ton of stuff over on the PlayStation. Like water planets were broken for like a week and a half. Now they're fixed. Also, this thing, a crash that occurs if you're playing the PlayStation 4 version on your PS5. That should now be at least better. Maybe not totally fixed, but better. And so, guys, seriously, this is a massive, massive patch coming. And I'm putting this video out on a Thursday. I mean, last week I put out a video thinking that it was going to be a little at a time, and then all of a sudden they pushed out the update an hour later. So hopefully you're seeing it now, but if you're not, don't worry. Hold your horses, be patient. The patch is coming, and it should be coming soon, but we don't know when that is. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be like an hour after this video goes out, like they like doing. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoy No Man's Sky. Hopefully you guys are having a good time with Worlds Part 2. If you are, hit that like button. If you're not, let me know, like in the comments, say, hey, this is the problem I'm running into, and this is the platform. Let us know if you're playing on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. But also make sure to let Hello Games know. Go over to the Zendesk, the help desk over on nomansky.com, and let them know, hey, this bug is still here, or this bug is still, bugging me, That way they can fix it, because they can't fix it if they don't know about it. So I'll see you guys in the next video.